The former interim police chief in Golden Valley is suing the city, claiming reverse discrimination. Former interim chief Scott Nadeau claims the city favored a black candidate over him because of race. Nadeau contends in the suit that he was initially the top choice, but some, including the mayor and a member of a police accountability commission, wanted a black chief. Nadeau began working as interim police chief in 2021. He later resigned and withdrew from applying for the permanent role after a very tense city council meeting. At the time, the mayor questioned the hiring process and claimed the police department had a toxic and racist culture. The mayor later apologized. City Council then selected current chief Virgil Green as the city's first black police chief. In a statement, the city said it plans to fight the lawsuit. The full statement is available at ccxmedia.org. Nadeau and his attorneys are asking for $75,000 in damages. A company in Plymouth can turn your old e-waste into someone else's treasure. And as I found out, it's also providing jobs for those with special needs. It's Taran Polgum's first day on the job at Global E-Waste Solutions.
Yeah, sometimes they stick just a little.
His job is to disassemble old computers.
It kind of does sound really fun to do it because there was so many components. You can get to find these different things in here so that you can easily find them, and then you can throw them away easily. So
the company takes in old computers, modems, monitors, phones, you name it.
Every form of electronics has data on it now. You can no longer just send it downstream to a guy in a pickup truck. You really have to think in terms of brand protection. How do we eliminate the data and protect our brand?
The goal is to repurpose as much as possible.
In this day and age, some components are becoming hard to find and difficult due to constraints just within the manufacturing process. So what we do is we try to find homes. How can this device or this component live a second life? Recycle's great, but reuse is really the model that wins.
It's a business model that lends itself to finding purposeful jobs for adults with special needs.
How do we bring individuals into our organization and introduce them to a wide range of electronics to really find out what are they good at? How do we help discover these abilities and really enhance and nurture those abilities into full-time profession that they can be proud of?
An opportunity to grow with a business that isn't going anywhere. Global E-Waste Solutions is located in a warehouse in Plymouth. The company handles thousands of pieces of electronic equipment a month. So far, it has hired 3 adults with special needs, and using that grant, it hopes to hire more soon. The city of New Hope is continuing to purchase foreclosed and beat-up homes with plans for new construction. The Economic Development Authority recently moved ahead with redevelopment plans at 3 properties. Redevelopment plans for the 3611 Louisiana Avenue property were approved. When completed, the home is expected to sell for nearly $500,000. The EDA also decided to purchase a Rambler-style home at 5243 Oregon Avenue. That'll likely be demolished and redeveloped. And a condemned home at 5802 Boone Avenue is also being torn down and replaced.
Right after demolition is completed, an RFP for the construction of a new home will be sent to home builders. And hopefully we'll get some great proposals because this is a nice lot.
The city does not expect to turn a profit through the redevelopment program. The intent is to improve the city's housing stock. A new park is coming to Plymouth and will have some of the common amenities that you may expect at new parks, trails, recreation areas as well. But as Delane Cleveland reports, the Meadows Park will also have a unique feature meant to cater to the city's growing diversity.
Near the intersection of Peony Lane and Shunkata Trail in Plymouth sits 20 acres of undeveloped land. But in the not-too-distant future, this area will draw thousands of people for various types of recreation.
So Northwest Plymouth is growing. We have houses going in left and right.
Jason Goring is one of the people overseeing the development of the park known as the Meadows, which will offer a variety of amenities.
Over the last year, we've narrowed it down to the needs of what the community really is looking for.
The needs, which are outlined in the city's master plan, include things like trails, pickleball and tennis courts, and shelters for picnics. But perhaps the most unique part of the development will be something like what they have at Maple Grove's Boundary Creek Park. A rectangular strip surrounded by a massive circle, also known as a cricket pitch.
In Minnesota, we are all seeing an increased participation.
Cricket is a game played by millions around the world. It never quite took off in the United States, but it exploded in popularity in places like India, Pakistan, and the West Indies. And over the last couple decades, people from those countries now call Plymouth their home.
And I can't tell you how excited I am, and so is the cricket community.
Melinda Sahoni is a Wayzata School Board member and noted cricket enthusiast. He was part of a group that successfully pitched the idea to the city of Plymouth to include a cricket pitch in the plans for Meadows Park.
The popularity has grown quite a bit, and the days of playing cricket on a cul-de-sac or on a driveway or an indoor turf ground, they're gone.
The project to develop the meadows is still about 2 years away from being complete.
We are really excited for this field to go in.
Until then, crews from the Parks and Rec Department will do their homework to make sure the cricket pitch meets their expectations.
All in all, we feel confident in this field, and we feel good about it being one of the best cricket fields in Minnesota.
Construction on the new park is expected to begin next spring. From Mr. and Mrs. Red Fox to a moonrise in West Medicine Lake Park, the Picture Plymouth photo contest is back. The City of Plymouth and Plymouth Magazine are now accepting entries through the end of August. Here's a look at last year's winners.